I'd like to speak about integrity. I learned about integrity, in my late teens, but I understood it much earlier as a child because my father had a lot of integrity. I guess I didn't really define what it meant, like in word, till much later, and then of course it became integral and powerful in my life. So I learned from my dad that a promise is a promise is a promise. And so whenever he said something, if he put a promise after it, that means it was like gold. And he never failed on that. He never faltered on that. And so I learned that there's such a thing as a word that, is like gold. And then later in my life, I learned about integrity through a personal growth training program. And I became quite aware that it wasn't a thing that I could take for granted from others. In fact, it was actually largely missing in a lot of people, and in some cases in my own life. So, generally, my word is gold. I'm careful when I give it. If I'm not sure, I'll ask for time to reflect, and then when I finally commit to my word or I put it out there in the world, then it means something, and I'm proud of that. But integrity, I guess, means following through with actions as well. And I have been unintegrous in that regard. I mean, maybe even towards myself. But I think the thing that's critical in this inquiry around integrity is awareness. So as soon as you know that your word matters and that you matter and that what you say counts for something, that it's actually the most precious, absolutely precious thing you have. If anything, that's what I've learned from the crisis and tragedy that's happened in my life, is that it's really all I have. Is my being and what I say and what I commit to and the power I give to my words. Letting the dog in. Now I am letting the dog out. So integrity, it's important to me. I think it's a fundamental thing to distinguish and really critical as a leader to have integrity. People, you build a reputation on that. People trust you based on the fact that what you say matters and what you say counts and what you say is true, and that your actions and your walk and your talk match each other. I mean, I know that's kind of, coherency of being and a few other things, but there's also some integrity in that. What more can I say about integrity? Yeah, that's a very big part of who I want to be, is an integrous person, and I think I'm not doing too badly in that regard, but I'm going to stay aware and notice when I'm not and take responsibility.